The food service, hospitality, and retail industries are evolving in ways you've never heard of until now. Hosted by global industry technovator Rob Grimes and powered by the IFBTA, Tech Bites is your go-to podcast, putting technology innovation and trends on the menu.
Rob Grimes with the IFBTA and the Tech Bites broadcast. And today I actually have a special guest, but it's going to mark the month of travel. And it seems for some reason every March, and it seems now that every October, November ends up being like 4 to 6 weeks of travel. And our first trip outside the U.S. is going to be next week, and it's going to be to the Hospitality Tech Expo in London at the XL Center. And I wanted to introduce my special guest today, and actually our host, who's bringing the IFBTA there, George Brophy, and he is the Portfolio Director of the Hospitality Business to Business Portfolio. So welcome to Tech Bites.
Good to be chatting with you, Rob. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so look, I looked at the signature on your emails and I get this scrolling thing and it's a portfolio, but in fact, it's a portfolio that all occurs at one place at one time under one roof. So do you want to explain that?
Yeah, absolutely. The Hospitality Tech Expo is part of one big hospitality trade event that runs in the XL. It's running on the 15th and 16th. We have 7 amazing shows within it. One of them is obviously the Hospitality Tech exhibition, which focuses on all of the new innovations, tech solutions within the hospitality space. But we've also got Cafe Business, which brings in obviously hundreds and thousands of, thousands of coffee shops, cafes, bistros. You've got Trade Drinks, which brings in pubs and bars. You've got the Hotel and Resort Innovation Expo, Street Food Business, Hospitality Tech, Responsible Packaging. So it all incorporates the decision makers or buyers or owners within the hospitality space all coming to one place to find the latest products, services, solutions that are going to improve the efficiency or the profitability of their business, which is why...
Well, I get it that there's a lot of different sectors going on at the same time, but doesn't technology cut across all of them?
It does, absolutely. So it incorporates the whole hospitality industry. So like a hotel will usually use obviously the same payment systems as a cafe or a coffee shop. So we've got some mega companies showing the latest technology, innovations, all in one place in London in the XL. It's going to be a mega show where we've got some absolutely fantastic companies on show like Toast. We've got Sona Technologies, ICR Touch, Revolut, Lloyds Banking Group, Barclays. It's going to be a mega event.
The thing we like about it is you've got about 20 to 30 of our supplier industry partner members are actually exhibiting there. And actually Toast is one of our leadership members that's there. So it's pretty good for us even to meet the other side, of some of the companies that we deal with globally in other places. But just to make sure I'm clear, will there be technology spread throughout all of the 6 areas, or is it only going to be consolidated in the one?
We got tech companies in Cafe Business and the Restaurant and Takeaway Innovation Expo. Last year, the Restaurant and Takeaway Innovation Expo was sponsored by Just Eat. So we have lots of online ordering systems, tech solutions that are used within restaurants and takeaway. So it's very much, and also within the hotel and resort side of things, tech is obviously where the industry is going. It's where we see a lot of companies coming to us wanting to get involved in the show to get into the hospitality industry. It's all over the show. We've got Cafe Business, Hotel and Resort Innovation is massively tech focused, but we've also got other products as well and services.
Well, also people forget, by the way, that tech is more than just what I would call the infrastructure tech, that might be the point of sale and digital signage and back office. I mean, tech also includes food tech, cooking tech. You're pointing out about delivery and e-commerce. There's so many sides to whatever the definition of tech is, going forward, that by bringing all those different distinct groups together, you're really actually tying it together in one package, yet a person can visit the segment that they work in or that they're interested in, or they can go to a tech specific area, but they really can, cross over and, see all kinds of tech and probably some new things they haven't seen before.
Absolutely. And what tech's obviously doing with hospitality is it's just improving the efficiency of how the hospitality companies are run. We're seeing energy management solutions, workforce management solutions, making obviously the staffing, like everything is improved with tech and made a lot easier for the owners of the hospitality companies within their business. That's why we see, like, we're expecting 20,000 attendees at the show on the 15th and 16th of October, because companies and owners of their restaurants, for example, or the hotels want to improve the efficiency, and they're doing that by
And they need to be
finding.
able to see it all at once because it's sort of confusing out there. But you know what? You're doing more than just having the exhibits, because exhibits are nice, but you have a whole educational program that's going on at the same time that really focuses on subjects, and many of those sessions are actually being taught or led or panels by people who work in tech in operations day in and day out.
Absolutely, we've got some amazing speakers at the show. Revolut is one of our kind of main keynote speakers. If you go through the website, you'll be able to see some of the awesome speakers doing some amazing different topics. We've got sustainability trails, we've got VIP lounges with big networking events, we've got after show parties. But it's not just great for the owners of the restaurants to come and find the latest solutions. From an exhibitor perspective, like a lot of the times trying to get into hospitality companies, they're knocking on restaurant doors, pub doors. This brings in 20,000 owners of their hospitality companies all into one place. It saves the tech companies so much time. Everything is all in one place. It's a melting pot for the hospitality industry, this event. And yeah, it's going to be mega, and it can't be missed on the 15th and 16th.
I don't know if I'd use the word melting pot. Maybe I would have said a buffet, a smorgasbord, or something. You know,
Absolutely.
pun intended at a restaurant hospitality type of event. But you know, I think that the point is that while it's great for the suppliers to be there, and they certainly need to be there, I think the real draw coming in is the education, the networking that people are going to get. And then as part of that, as they understand the ecosystem and they understand what the tech stack might look like, now they're able to see it at the same time, real life by most of the industry's leading, you know, suppliers.
Absolutely, yeah. It's going to be like the beauty of this is everything is very much connected. Like you mentioned, a lot of your partners, people part of like all different companies can interlink, align, and become partners at a show like this. It does really incorporate everything, and people exhibit to obviously sell the product, but in a kind of in a networking perspective, it is perfect. And we do lots of, obviously there's networking areas, we have lots of different speaker sessions, we've got keynote areas. It's big after show
You
parties,
really can't do it
2 day
all in
show
one
as
day, though.
well.
People should come for both days, because I think you also mentioned that there's things that go on, you know, in the evenings as well, that are bringing people together to continue the conversation that they had during the day.
Absolutely, it's a 2 day show, and there's a reason for that. We have like 500 exhibitors on the floor plan. A person will not be able to speak to all of the different companies that we've got coming to, obviously in one day. You're having long conversations. These are market and sales qualified conversations as well. We make sure that everyone coming to the event is vetted. So you've got to be part of a specific industry. You've got to declare budgets coming to the show. You've got to have a specific job title where you actually have the ability to make a decision within the business. So all of the conversations that are being had at the event are sales, market qualified conversations, good, positive networking conversations that are gonna relay, hopefully, in business down the line. That's what this show is. It's a highly targeted trade event for companies and buyers to come together to improve their business
But
within
it's
the
really
hospitality space.
small and big, you know, small and big companies. A lot, you know, somebody shouldn't think it's just for the independents, because you do get the group companies that are there. I took a look at some of the speaker pieces and the profile that's there. And besides, you know, the 20,000 plus, you know, was it 20 or 30? I think it
It's
was
20.
20.
Yeah, we're expecting 20,000 attendees at the show in on the 15th and 16th of October. So yeah, which is great numbers.
Which is a lot of people.
A
You know,
lot
it's
of
a lot of
people
people.
over
It's
two
That's why you
days.
have to be at Excel.
Absolutely, yeah, and we got 500 exhibitors on the floor plan as well. So there's going to
Well,
be it's going to
let
be
me ask
busy.
you this.
You'll miss everything. Well, you'll miss
So
some things
you're
if
the
you're not.
overall, right? I mean, you're overall responsible for this whole thing.
Yeah, so I look after we've like the 7 shows within it. We've got a fantastic marketing team that does some awesome stuff. But yeah, I look after the 7 shows. Yeah.
And did you also manage this last year, or is this your first year
It's
managing
my
this
first year
particular event?
managing it, but worked on it last year, saw the show, and this year I've spent the whole year working on this event, making sure that we've got every subsector covered, making sure that we've got every visitor, we've contacted every single person, decision maker within the hospitality space. So if they're gonna come, if they're interested in purchasing product or networking within the hospitality industry, they will be there at the show. And we've
Well,
worked hard.
let me put you on the spot a little bit here. So I was there last year, and I've been coming for many years as well. And you guys have been kind enough to extend an association invitation to us. Um, but you were there last year. You were working it. This year, you're running it.
Yeah.
Now, before, because I looked you up online, and it's not like you came necessarily from the industry directly. However, what surprised you most last year about the industry and the technology in it? Was there something that you just never had thought about, and you're like, "Oh, wow, that's sort of interesting"?
I think from a tech perspective, it's like everything evolves around tech now. It's just where the industry's going, like AI solutions. That is where obviously the money is as well. So we get all the tech companies coming to us wanting to showcase their product. That's also what the attendees are coming to the event. That's what they want to see. They want to see that new shiny tech that they can obviously bring into their business. That's what's exciting at the moment. And there's also such like new innovations coming through that are being launched at this show, which is why we have such excitement around the event.
Okay, so you and I are just going to have a private conversation for a minute here, so we don't have to tell anybody about it. But why don't you fill me in on, because you have the inside track, and because I know you're learning what people are doing, what they're planning to do. So, what should we expect this year? Is there something exciting that you just want to, just tell me about? You don't have to tell anybody else about it, but just tell me about, that would be something we should expect to see that might be new and different and innovative.
Yeah, well, we're seeing. I mean, I don't want to give everything away. That you've got to come down to the show on
Oh,
the
it's just
15th
you
and
and me
16th.
talking right now. So, we're
But we're going to see some mega things. We've got like 60% of the 55 to 60% of the exhibitors are bringing out new tech at the show. So that's why you come to the event. We do loads of marketing before and after the show, but I won't give anything away until the 15th and 16th. You'll have to come to the show, and we'll see you there, Rob.
Well, we will come to the show for sure. We will, and we would certainly encourage others to come. The nice thing about having the IFBT there and having a booth actually back in the tech area is that we can serve as a resource for those who are looking for technology, who not necessarily that we can't sell it to them, but we certainly can give them the information as to what and how to look, for the tech, and highlight some of the suppliers that are exhibiting and sponsoring there as well. So that's really our purpose there, and really why we love being included. So if somebody wants to get information or get some tickets, how do they do that today? And if they're an operator, is there going to be a charge for them to do that?
Yeah, no, great question. So, in terms of attendance and coming to the show, you can get tickets. We do vet the audience, but they are free. So you've got to go through obviously a couple of questions. For example, obviously business email, name, job title. They've got to be part of a hospitality company. So we don't want your average Joe or someone off the street to be coming to the show. It is a
They should be a
targeted trade
qualified
event.
operator.
Exactly, but we do vet it. We will confirm your registration. So it's a very simple process. It takes about 5 minutes to go through that vetting process, put a couple of details down. For example, like what you're looking to get out of the show, budgets, what you're looking at the event, etc. So it's a very simple process. You can do that online on the website. It's called the Hospitality B2B Portfolio. Then you can go down. We've got obviously the 7 shows within it. hospitality tech, restaurant and takeaway, hotel and resort innovation. Go on one of those, you get full access to the whole show. So if you get a ticket for one, it's all under one big roof, but you go on the free tickets in the top right, and it's really simple. In terms of exhibiting, also, if you're potentially interested, we're completely sold out for the 2024 show, sold out a couple of months ago, but if you are interested in 2025, we are doing that at the moment with all of our clients, making sure.
And can somebody who is interested in 2025, can they come visit the show to see what it's about?
They can, yes, of course they can. We want them to come see the show, understand the commercial value of the event. We are at the event, so definitely come say hello to us. We'll be suited and booted, running around, making sure everything's running smoothly. But yeah, we can't wait to see everyone, and it's going to be going to be a mega show.
Well, listen, George, we really appreciate your being with us today and telling us about the show. I think that there's certainly a lot of different things. 6 different events, 20,000 plus people, 500 exhibitors. I think I got that out of this, and just a lot of opportunity both for education, for networking, and by the way, I'm guessing that I have to have a private conversation with you about those things to do in the evening, since we're there, since you seem to know it all.
Absolutely.
But we hope that people will come join the show. We will be broadcasting from the show and covering some of the topics and interviewing some people at it. And it sort of starts here. We hope you'll also stop by and visit with the IFBTA. But thank you so much for inviting us the 15th and 16th at Excel. And 6 shows, but you get a pass for all. You need to go online and register for it. And it's a 5-minute process, what we got, and there's just a lot to do. So thank you for joining us, and also thank you for having the IFBTA there.
Absolutely, Rob. It's been a pleasure. We can't wait to see everyone and yourself on the 15th and 16th.
This podcast is brought to you by the International Food and Beverage Technology Association. The IFBTA is the industry's voice of food service, hospitality, and retail technology, all put together. We provide thought leadership as your single, impartial, and go-to resource. The IFBTA offers in-person and online communities to connect with your peers, the exchange and all-encompassing global technology resource, and an industry-wide professional education and certification program. The bottom line is the IFBTA is your place to gather, learn, and share in conversations like the one we're having today. So thank you for joining us on this episode of Tech Bites powered by the IFBTA. I'm Rob Grimes, your host, and I look forward to taking our next bite of technology together.